today's topic is distributive property. And the distributive property, if you're looking at the algebra, so a very simple one is A parentheses B plus C. What you do is you multiply with A with the like individual letters inside the parentheses. Let's say A parentheses B plus C means A times B plus A times C. Okay? If I take a numbers, 4 parentheses 6 plus 3 means 4 times 6, and then 4 times 3, and then you get the answer. Okay, and this one works with even you have letters too. If you have letters, you can distribute the letters and you write it down there next to it. Make sense? Now let's look into our word problem where we can apply the distributive property. Let's go ahead and read the question for me.
Geodes, after pouring came to visit the gift shop and buy 3 geodes. Each geode costs $5.95. Property and mental math to find the total cost of the geode.
Okay, so here they're asking the answer in 2 different ways. One is that is use the distributive property, and also you can do the mental math. I mean, like you can do it on your head and see does that make sense to you or not. Okay, let's try this. I see that you just multiply straight 5.95 times 3, but did you apply distributive property in this?
Because I don't understand where to put the parentheses in there.
Okay, so let's go over this quickly. So I know I'm multiplying 3 times $5.95, right? Agree? So $5.95, how can I make it simplified so that way I can get the answer faster? So what I can do, $5.95, which is close to $6, I can write a 6, take away 0.05. Can I write that? Because $6 take away 5 cents, it's going to get $5.95. Now let's use the distributive property. Now 3 times 6 is, come on, answer me. 3 times 0.5 is?
Oh, 3 times 0.5 is 0.5.
So $18 take away 15 cents, that's going to be $17.85. Put the dollar sign next to it. Okay, so you get the same answer, and distributive property also gives the same answer. Okay. All right, let's practice these questions. All right, good work. I can see that. And 4, that looks good. And 4, that's good. Okay, looks good. Now let's look into this question. We're going to use the distributive property to simplify these questions. I want you to watch it carefully. It's on the screen. See, when you have a 4 times 105, you can multiply 4 and 105. There's no problem in there. But to make it easier, 105, I can write it 100 plus 5, which is 4 times 100 is 400, plus 4 times 5 is 20, so that's 420. See how fast we can do that math? So that's the reason distributive property does help us to make it math easier and then also make it smaller too. Okay? Not only the plus, we can use the minus also. So it's 97. How can you write it?
97, 90 plus 7.
Or 100 minus 3. Okay? Whatever the way you can use. Go ahead and answer that. Now let's look into the distributive property. What if you have in the parentheses we have a letter and the numbers out there? Okay, so now we follow the same way. Whatever we did for the numbers, we're going to follow the same thing. So 3 times x. So you're going to write a 3x, and then plus in the middle, and then 3 times 7. That's 21. But I see there is no like terms in this. Okay, so when there is no like terms, it's basically your answer is done. So that's the answer for that. Okay, but if you see a like terms, then you combine. Let's, for example, in this question, 400 and plus 20, that's here. Those are both of them are numbers, so we add them together. But in this case, they're not together like terms, so we cannot add them together. Okay? So in this one, when you distribute, make sure you see this is in the front, 8 is here, and it's the same thing as -4 on this side. So you still distribute it on the backwards. Okay. You can use the commutative property. What does that mean is you have that question like that, but you can write a -4 first, and then 7 minus t. You can distribute this way. That looks good. You answered all of them correctly. But one thing I missed, number 9, there's a mistake in there. Let's check that up there. Let's try a few more questions now. Very good. Everything looks good. -6, and I like the positive here. It looks good. Very nice. All right. Next one is how to apply this property to the geometry questions. Now, if I look at this one, find the area of the rectangle and our triangle. Okay. So when you find the area, what is the area of a rectangle? What's the formula?
Area of a rectangle? Length times width.
Length times width, or width times length. So the length is here is 2x plus 5. Agree? And the width is 7. So, and then I see this one. Oh yeah, I know the distributive property. Let me go ahead and do it. Like this, multiply this. Okay. So that's 7 times 2, that's a 14x, plus 7 times 5, 35. Make sense? So that's area. I don't see the like terms, that's my answer. Okay. Now let's try the area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is, now since you have the base, then the height. So area of the base is base times the height divided by 2. Okay, so that's the area of a triangle. Let's go try that one. Let's see what we get. 8 minus 3. Now whatever you get, we have to divide it by 2. Okay? So now 12 goes into 6 times. Agree? 8 minus 3y. 48 minus 18y. That's it. Minus 18y. We can't combine them because they are not like terms. See, this y is a variable, but this is a constant. So there's no like terms. When there's no like terms, you cannot combine them. So your answer is that's it. No more. Okay? All right, since you understand that one, let's try these questions the same way. Okay, so what we did today is basically we started with the distributive property, agree? And also we looked into the questions, how to apply the distributive property, and also we looked into the word problems where we can apply the distributive property, and also distributive property helps us to do math easier, like for example this one. So for 105 times 4, you can write 100 and plus 5, so you can get it right away. Okay? All right, that looks good. All right, any questions on this one? All right, that's good. Very good.